So my name's Lucy. I was diagnosed with hypopara in 2020 after thyroid surgery. I knew how I recovered and I was like, something isn't right. Like, I felt absolutely horrific. Everything was buzzing. I couldn't stand, like if you imagine pins and needles, but like tenfold. I had in my legs, my arms, my lips were buzzing. So I had a virtual GP appointment and described my symptoms, and he told me to go to A&E immediately, and I was like, what? And he said he thought I was having a hypocalcemic crash and I was in a bit of a crisis. So I went really naively. I thought I was just gonna walk in and get some calcium tablets and walk out. Walked in, they rushed me into A&E and put me on a drip straight away. They just kept giving me more and more calcium tablets. They were like, oh, your calcium's really low. We'll pump you full of calcium and then discharge you with more calcium tablets. And I was just like getting more and more perplexed. Nobody was mentioning hypopara. Nobody was talking about my parathyroid. And it wasn't really until I did my own research and spoke to my surgeon that I was able to get in touch with Parathyroid UK, and that was really where I started to make some progress and get out of the constant A&E admissions. The first year was definitely the worst. I seemed to have a really difficult time with finding the right medication, and I think finding somebody who actually understood the illness, understanding the illness myself. I think growing up, we're always told about calcium for your bones, but no one talks about calcium in your blood. And because no one talks about it, you don't really comprehend that it could have such a dramatic impact on your life. It's tough mentally, it's tough when you used to being someone who's like up and at 'em and have a busy lifestyle, and suddenly you've got to stop everything. And it was during lockdown as well, so at one point I was told I couldn't exercise aside from a 10-minute walk, and so that was really mentally draining. Finding Parathyroid UK and really getting to understand the illness, and you really have to advocate for yourself because it's a rare disease. It's not well understood. You cannot count on GPs or regular doctors, and even as a wonderful job as they all do, it is so specialist and so difficult to understand that people don't always have the answers. It's definitely gone better, but I think the biggest impact I've found is that I just can't do everything that I once was able to, and I can't rely on being able to, you'd never know now, but like once was able to run marathons and stuff, and that feels like a distant dream, and sometimes it feels like you can't really commit to things because you never know how you're going to react. I've had a kidney stone quite recently, which was excruciating. And because I'm on such a high dose of medication, my kidneys are under quite close watch. It's really frustrating. I have to pee 12 times in a night. So I feel like I have not had a solid night's sleep in 2 years. And it's something, again, it leads to that whack-a-mole feeling. It's like, okay, well, I'm not symptomatic, but now I pee every 5 minutes because there's so much calcium going through my kidneys. So yeah, I'd say definitely feeling the impact there.